Morning. Um, I just like to give more praises to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Ron Kwakadash, and double honors to the elders of GMS that rule well. Salutation to the elders, to the apostles and the brothers that's laboring in truth, and to the hopeful elect. Salutations to the brothers that's doing great work around the globe. Shout out to you, sincere sisters who's loving Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, loving yourself, respecting yourself. Loving your husband, respecting your husband, taking care of the home, loving your children, and doing the righteous things in the eyes of the Lord. And just being diligent and staying focused. So, this message, I just want to give a positive encouragement, just the words of wisdom. I hope this can reach somebody. First, I want to say this, man. If you're up and you're alive and you're motivated and God gave you another chance to live, be thankful and be grateful and give him his praise and his glory. All right. So I just want to start off with that. But the message I want to tell you is never give up. Never give up. Never give up, man. Watch the things you do and the things you say amongst people. Never exalt yourself. Never put yourself on a high pedestal. Don't be too arrogant. It's okay to have confidence. But remember that the only one that should exalt you is God. And people can encourage you and push you, but you gotta be motivated. You're gonna have to take strive. You're gonna have to get it. The people that care about me, the people that want to see me do good, it's not much that I can say, but to be thankful. You know what I'm saying? Because in this life, you have people that can deter you from your path. People can put a strain on you because they're not at where they're supposed to be. So by any means, don't ever let people steal your joy. Don't never let people deter you because they say something negative out their mouth. There's a difference between someone giving you constructive criticism and when there's someone just criticizing you. People have this thing where it's like you have to be molded already in order for them to believe you. But sometimes the greatest thing is when someone's growing into it and it's something there that they just have to blossom. They have to figure it out, find out what's wrong, and adjust and get better. We all have been there. Some people would never learn because they didn't trust in the process. They didn't trust, they didn't trust or believe in themselves because people think that you can't become or do better. Every great person that you see has once failed. Some people are fortunate to do things or get things right away, but it doesn't mean they didn't learn from their mistakes. It doesn't mean that they haven't been through what you've been through. If they feel like that they don't make no mistakes, then they're not truly in it. They're only in it to fall and fail. So great people that you see that have overcome or became who they are is they had to go through hard times. They had to go through some kind of rough patch. Or it's a learning experience. It doesn't mean that you're not capable. It's just the fact that when Yahweh has placed these things in front of you, you have to know how to adjust. Okay? And it's not to hurt you. It's to strengthen you, to better you, to overcome. Don't never let people or things that's influencing people to stop you. People like that, they have nothing going on in their life. You know, you have to let people be and let bygones be bygones. You know, it's okay to grow, and it's okay to grow without them. You know, we go through these things because it's called the human experience. It's spiritual too. You know what I'm saying? So everything happens in the spirit first before it happens in the physical, in the flesh. So we have to understand that. You may not want to believe it. You may not want to understand it. But things happen in due time for the right purposes. The scripture tells us in Ecclesiastes, it tells us that there's a time for everything. Everyone has their own time and due season, their own due process. Because someone got this doesn't mean that you're not going to obtain it. It's just not your time. And we have to understand that. We have to understand that. We have to not beat ourselves down. You know, I'm guilty as charged. You know, but I gotta go back and revamp. I gotta go back and get better. I gotta go back and to see what I did wrong. But now someone explained to me what I did wrong and show me what I did wrong. You know, sometimes when you're going into something blind, it just happened to fail. You know, not because you didn't have the heart, not because you didn't have the capabilities, you just didn't have the right direction. And it's okay, because you have to admit that. Don't feel like you can't accomplish things. If you here on this earth, man, Yahweh's gonna put you in a place where you can accomplish great things, man. You know, through the midst of your fiery troubles. You know, the Lord love to help the just get out of an unjust situation. He loves to help those that need to get out, because He see your heart, your mind, where you see. I mean, where you believe and you trust in Him. You know what I'm saying? So these things happen for a reason, man. These things is a good reason, man. The greatest people on this planet had to go through things and accomplish things. Look at King David. Perfect example. King David, you know, he had to grow into the man he had to become. Did he make mistakes? Yes. But that's all right. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's all right to do, willfully, but I'm saying it's all right because the things that we do, we make mistakes. We fall weak to the flesh. But you bounce back. It's not what happened to you, it's how you get out of it. And don't never let no one steal your joy. Don't never let no one steal your peace. Your joy and your peace is everything, man. Your mind has to be clear. You have to be focused. Don't be derailed. Don't worry about gossip. Don't get into negativity. Stay away from it. Refrain from those things. It's a fruit with thorns. Like, you want to get it, but you can't because it will hurt you. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. So I encourage you, brothers and sisters, man, whatever you're going through, if you're going through something, other brothers will pray for you, man, but also pray for yourself, and if you're going through cancer, or if you're sick, or your mom or dad is sick, you know what I mean? Or your children needs a little help with, better in their schoolwork, whatever. Be there for them, but we will pray for you, brothers and sisters, man, but make sure you pray to the Lord, man. Prayer is very important, man. The Lord hear your prayer, you know what I mean? And your soul, your spirit has to be in tune with God, man. But please don't let nobody tell you otherwise, man. All right. So, I'm not gonna make this video long, but I hope this video is edifying. Hope you brothers and sisters, take the good word I'm giving you, and shalom.